the ongoing conflict in Sudan is reportedly forcing many citizens to embark on the perilous journey to Europe through the Mediterranean Sea. According to some potential migrants currently in Tunisia, they cannot go back home due to the escalating tensions in their country and the devastations caused during the war. The unsafe environment in Sudan is forcing many citizens to leave the North African nation. Here is more details of that in this report.
Faced with unsafe desert routes to the Mediterranean coast, thousands of desperate Sudanese migrants are using social media for their answer. There, they can liaise with smugglers who help them cross the border to reach Libya and hopefully on to Europe. But it's a hazardous risk, as one survivor told CGTN.
I spent days in the desert to reach Libya from Sudan. The smuggler's vehicle broke down in the middle of nowhere, and we walked for hundreds of miles. It was a dangerous and expensive trip. Many migrants died of hunger and thirst on their way to Libya. The sun and the heat in the desert made the crossing almost impossible. The situation in Libya is very difficult. I tried and failed 3 times to cross the Mediterranean to Europe, but I was arrested and jailed on Libyan soil.
After authorities released him in Libya, Abdullah's migration pathway continued in neighboring Tunisia, where he is also attempting a dangerous crossing to Europe. However, he says he felt he had no other choice.
The situation in Sudan is chaotic. The civil war has devastated the country and it's impossible to return there. I would prefer to risk my life on the Mediterranean route to Europe. This wave of migration will never stop.
While the number of Sudanese arriving in Europe remains low, the UN says arrivals increased by 38% year-on-year in the first 2 months of 2025.
As long as the civil war and the displacement of the population continue in Sudan, more and more migrants will risk their lives in the desert because they dream of a safer environment in the north. Libya, Tunisia and Algeria are the temporary stop before the risky Mediterranean journey.
Sudan is the primary transit destination for irregular migrants from the Horn of Africa seeking to reach Europe via North Africa and the central Mediterranean route.
Over 18,800 civilians have been reported killed since the beginning of the conflict in Sudan. The civil war is driving more Sudanese people to seek safety far beyond their